It's Thanksgiving Day and I'm getting ready to fry a turkey here. Have to wait till the oil comes up to temperature, and I got a couple minutes, so I thought I'd just show you some useful things that are good to have along. This is a little thing that goes with me almost every day, and it's just got some useful everyday items in it that I'll explain here and tell you why I have what I have. But first, notice that everything is nice in a neat little package like this. And get out of there. She's trying to get at the turkey. But it's a nice, neat little package so that things aren't kind of wandering around your pockets, and so that everything is in a nice, neat little place. And it's held together by these are commonly known as Ranger bands, but they're just I bought a bicycle tire for like $4 at Walmart, and I just kind of rubber band everything together with these, and they're good for holding stuff together, lashing stuff together, whatever. Not that I do a lot of that in my daily life, but the other thing they're good for if you're in a pinch is as a fire starter, and this will burn for quite a while, and it'll burn wet, and you know, it's just a good little tinder that you can have with you that's a multi-use tinder, meaning I can use it for more than just tinder. So that's hot. I'm going to get rid of that. Anyway, so it's got some Ranger bands holding everything together. I've got a little got the idea for this from a couple guys. I think one of them was Derek at Ethan Becker's Fall Gathering, and I've got some videos up on that. You can see it if you want. But this is a little Streamlight MicroStream flashlight. It runs off a single AAA, puts out about 28 lumens, and is real handy. The neat thing about this is it's got the clip so that you can clip it to your shirt pocket or whatever you want, but it's also got this little back part, a little back clip, so that you could clip it to the bill of your hat if you wanted and not have to hold it and have your hands free. I'm a big fan of hands-free flashlights for doing stuff. Again, I don't use this every day, but the last time I used it was to like see underneath and change a fuse, so just handy to have along. Little Leatherman Juice 2. So here's my little Leatherman Juice 2 review. I'm in the Amazon jungle, and this was my multi-tool of choice for a bunch of different reasons, but one is it's really light and it's got all the tools on it that I want. And I'm going to show a demonstration of one of the handier things about these. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. Oh, oh, oh.
You don't look so much.
Yeah, it's okay.
Not so much.
I wanted to film taking it out of there real quick. Just one sec. I'm just going to set it here, and then I need to put it on the little video.
Mine I don't need video. On your video?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay.
We have some rice cooking, and this has been boiled. The Leatherman Juice 2. Any questions? I really need to clean this out. And then it's got a can opener, and I actually do use that, and every so often I'll need to open a can or something, and some scissors and different screwdrivers and things, so useful to have along. The other part of this kit, this is useful too. It's one of those ballpoint pens, you know, with the cap that comes off, that I cut down to size to use as a little needle safe. And in here, in this little thing, are different needles of different sizes, and most of them have pre-wrapped and pre-threaded thread on there, some black thread. And I also have some around the outside here organized with a little piece of Gorilla Tape. I used it last a couple weeks ago. I had a button pop off my shirt. It's easy to put it back on before you lose it and things like that. Let's see, what else? Also on here is some bank line. This is basically tarred nylon bank line. It's got, this particular is number 36, and it's got about a 360 pound listed braking strength. It's not quite what you're going to get with paracord, so you know, the 550, but again, this is 30 feet, and compare that to a similar roll of 30 foot of paracord, and I have yet to use the full 550 pound capability of paracord, so the size trade-off is good for me. I last used this for this little mutt here. We were on a car trip and I forgot her leash, and I had to like let her out to go to the bathroom, and so I made a little leash out of this stuff, and it works good for that, and I actually made a whole new leash out of this that I'll show. Then finally, this is an idea I got from Ethan Becker, and I don't know, he probably got it from somebody else, but you take those old room keys, like or an old card of some sort, and you wrap duct tape, or this is actually Gorilla Tape around it. You can put this in your wallet, and it for some reason I'm always finding a use for that. The last time I used it was a few months ago. My car, this is why I hate electric windows. I like crank windows because something got off track or something, and I rolled the window down and it wouldn't go back up. So I had to push it up, and then to hold it up I used some Gorilla Tape until I could get it to the shop, and it worked just fine. So now I'm going to show you how to not get all blowed up when you put the turkey in the oil. Now you see this little thing right here? Just do this. Now if you have an overflow of the oil, it's not going to catch fire. And being very wary with a very dry turkey that I've dried off and all of that stuff, and all dry equipment, you very slowly drop the turkey into the oil and hope it doesn't get all blowed up.
This winter, everything, yes, everything, is getting blowed.
So here's our little leash. It's got kind of gutted paracord to make the little handle, and then this real lightweight, and she's styling when she wears it. Another thing I have along most of the time is a folder. Just a few examples. There's a Hest. There's a orange handled paramilitary 2, Lefty Sebenza, and really it's just kind of whatever I'm feeling like. There's a Random Task 2 in left, or Random Task 1 actually, in left hand. This is one of the first ones. Kind of neat. You know, a little Delica or whatever. Almar Eagle. Three Sisters Forge Lefty Beast. The thing that most of these have in common are they're very lightweight, slim profile, and they disappear in a pocket. This one's a little heavier, a little beefier. But those are just some typical knives that I'd have along. There is a knife on the multi-tool, but I don't like to take apart my whole kit and then put it back together every time I want to use a knife. And I use a knife quite a bit every day. Lately, I've been pretty fond of this little bugger. And this is a little fixed blade. I made the sheath for it, but the knife itself is a little Hornet made by a guy named T.M. Hunt. You can Google him. These are real handy. I made the sheath so that if you wanted to, you could theoretically lash it to some McNally or something, you know, if you wanted to look tough or whatever, or to your pack strap, you know, if you wanted to look even tougher. The holes are spaced so that that's possible. It's also slips in and out of a pocket real easy. It's got rounded edges and stuff, and it disguises the shape of the knife, because a lot of the places I go are free fire zones, meaning no knives or guns or etc. And if they can't see it, I don't have it. So why do I have a little knife along? Well, I get a lot of packages, and here's some unboxing porn for you. These are some pants. I've been waiting forever for them to stock these. I want to try them the next time I go to jungle regions. They're the Tripolot design amphibious pants, and I haven't, obviously I'm just opening them now, so I don't know if they're any good or not, but I will find out. So to take your turkey out, the first step is to turn off the gas again, and you don't want to burn your hand on the lid, so do that. And have your handy little meat thermometer here. Lift your turkey out and set it on the edge to drain, and then the next thing you'll do is check your internal temperature to make sure that it's actually cooked to temp. And this one is, so it's done, and it'll just drain for a little bit and it's ready to eat. Or depending on where you live or what your thoughts are on the subject, you may want to have a firearm with you. If you are considering that, you want to make sure that you are trained with that firearm and that you shoot it very well, and that you abide by the laws, because you don't want to end up in the American version of Midnight Express and all sorts of things like that. My thoughts are you should pick something that you will actually take with you, like an airweight, or something that is lightweight and unobtrusive and doesn't get in your way. You should also be able to shoot it well, be well practiced with it, be able to take it apart, put it back together, and all those sorts of things. And again, be trained with it. Another option that I like is the FN57. And then of course the old standbys. I like 1911. I've got a Springfield that I like, and I really like the Beretta M9, but those aren't necessarily guns that you're going to see a lot of people carrying for various reasons, but I shoot them well, and I like them. Honestly, if I were going to carry something, I would think, there goes somebody, I would probably think more about things like weight and whether I'm actually going to carry it with me and how easy it is.